Hello guys, my name is Venkat Sai. I am currently pursuing in Sri Venkateswar College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about environmental management system, a holistic approach. Environmental management system is a structured approach to managing and organization environmental impact and improving its environmental performance. It provides a framework for companies to identify, monitoring and control their environmental accepts, ultimately helping them achieve their environmental goals and contribute to a sustainable future. What is an environmental management system? The EMS is a set of processes and practices that enables an organization to reduce its environmental impact and increase its operating efficiency. It helps businesses identify, manage, and monitoring and control their environmental assets in a systematic manner. Key elements. The core elements of a EMS include environmental policy, planning, implementation, and operation, checking and corrective actions, and management review through these elements from a continuous cycle of improvement. International standards. The most widely recognized international standards for EMS is ISO 14001, which provides a framework for organization development and implementation and efficiency tailored to their specific named context. Benefits of implementation on EMS. Environmental benefits. An effective EMS helps organizations reduce their environmental footprints by identifying and controlling their environmental impact, such as waste emission and resource consumption. This contribution to the prevent of natural resource and the protection of the environment. Operational benefits. Implementing an AMS can lead to improved operational efficient cost savings and better compliance with environmental regulations. It can also enhance an organization reputation and competitiveness in the marketplace. Strategic benefits. By integrating environmental consideration into their overall business strategies, organization can better align their environmental and financial objectives, enabling them to make more informed decisions and drive long-term sustainability. Key components of an EMS. Environmental policy. The environmental policy establishes the organization commitments to environmental protection and continuous improvement. It serves as a framework for setting and reviewing environmental objectives and targets. Planning. This phase involves identifying environmental accepts and impact, determining legal and other requirements, and setting measurable environmental objectives and targets. Implementation and operation. These components focus on defining roles and responsibility, providing training and implementing operational controls to manage the organization environmental accepts. Establishing an environmental policy commitment to compliance. The environmental policy should determine the organization's commitment to complying with all applicable environmental laws, regulations, and other requirements. The pollution prevent policy should include a commitment to prevent pollution and continuously improving the organization's environmental performance. Stakeholder engagement. The policy should be communicated to all employees and made available to relevant interested parties such as customers, suppliers, and the local community. Continuous improvement. The policy should establish a framework for the reviewing environmental objectives and a targeting to protect the environment. Identifying environmental accepts and impacts. Production process. Identifying the environmental impact associated with the organization production process such as raw material consumption, waste generation, and emission. Facilities and infrastructure. Consider the environmental aspects of the organization facilities, including energy and water use, water and waste management, and the impact of site activities. Transportation and logistics. Evaluate the environmental impacts of the organization. Transportation and logistics include fuel consumption, air emission, and waste generation during shipping and delivery. Product and services. Identifying the environmental impact associated with the organization product and services for raw materials extract to end of life disposal or recycle. Setting objectives and targets. Identify priorities. Priorities the organization's significant environmental accepts based on factors such as legal requirements, stakeholders, concerns, and potential environmental impacts. Establish objectives. Set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bounding smart environmental objectives that align with the organization environmental policy and address its priority environmental accepts. Determine targets. Develop quantifiable targets that support the achievements established environmental activities such as reducing consumption by 10% or increasing recycling rates. Implementing operational controls. Operational controls. Producers and worker instruction. Develop and implement document producer and work instructions. Ensure consistent and effective management of environmental accepts. Operational monitoring. Establish a monitoring and measurement process to track the organization's environmental performance and compliance with legal and other requirements. Emerging preparedness. Identify potential emergency situations and develop a response plan to mitigate the environmental impact of such incidents. Supplier and contract management. Engage with suppliers and contract to ensure their environmental practices align with the organization's EMS requirements. Monitoring and measurements. Key performance indicators. Establish relevant KPIs to track the organization process towards its environmental objectives and targets examples including energy, water consumption, waste generation, and greenhouse emission. Data collection and analysis. Implementing a system for collecting, recording, and analyzing environmental data to monitor the organization's environmental performance and identify areas for improvement. Compliance elevation. Regularly elevate the organization compliance with applicable environmental laws, regulations, and other requirements to ensure continued conformance and prevent potential penalties or legal issues. Continuous improvement and adoption. Management review. Conduct periodic management reviews to evaluate the effectiveness of the EMS, identify opportunities for improvement, and ensure its continuous suitability, advocacy, and efficiency. Internal audits. Perform regular internal audits to assess the organization conformance with the EMS requirements and identify areas for improvement. The audits help maintain the integrity and effectiveness of the system. Corrective and preventive action. Implementation a process for identifying and addressing a non-conformability and taking corrective and prevent action to eliminate the root causes and prevent the recursion. This drives continuous improvement. Thank you.